All right, we are now live. This is basically Ravenloft, session 11, if I'm not mistaken. You guys just finished up at the old bone grinder windmill. You guys fought some hags. Uh, I believe somebody found a sun sword, and I believe your barbarian has that in his possession, Mr. Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky said he was unable to find it in Beyond, so I figured what we could do is whenever he uses it, he could just roll manually. We'll just use the stats, uh, so it shouldn't be an issue. Um, I believe you can, in Beyond, uh, create items, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you have a paid account or free account. I don't know if it makes a difference. But I'm sharing the content, so I'm surprised. I'll have to double check and see if it's in there because it should populate. But if it don't, I'll figure something out. But for now, if you use it tonight, that'll be the case. Also, too, you guys are escorting. Not only are you escorting Ismark and Irina to Valaki, you have a couple little children with you. You have a little boy by the name of Freak, about the age of 7, and you also have his sister Myrtle. She's about 5, and that's where we'll pick up. Currently, what do you guys see on roll 20?
The overworld map.
Okay, let me switch that over. Uh, all right. So let me. So you guys are pretty much starting around this area, if I'm not mistaken. This is where the grave site was, somewhere around this area.
We made it to the green, right outside the green circle.
Okay.
That's where you said you'd start us off.
Yeah. I think is there a gate? Okay. No, not yet. Okay. So that's where we will begin then. So your pathway was uneventful. It is starting to get dark. Actually, nighttime because everything is gray and gloomy. As you approach the city of Valaki, you're traveling the old road, the old Selvage Road. It tends to mend into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and to the south. The woods, however, recede, revealing a sullen mountain verge surrounded by wooden palisade. It appears thick fog is pressed up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town in a slumber. The dirt road ends at the set of sturdy iron gates, the pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground, you see, flanking the road just outside the gates, are half dozen of pikes. Upon these pikes, there is wolf's heads, and they are impaled. What do you guys do?
So I would expect the noble lady and her brother, since they're the ones that brought us here, that they might try and get us past and in the gate.
Okay. So we
So I
can.
look, I basically look at them and I say, "Can you get us in?"
Bismarck steps up and says, "Well, we can sure try. It's they don't. This is different than. This is definitely different from the town that we just came from. Um, Bavaria is not the same as Velikai.
Right, but you're the one that wanted to come here.
Yes,
So I expect
this is true.
you would know somebody
Well,
where you know where we are.
roll me a perception.
17.
Yeah, you definitely noticed after the conversation took place, Ismark looks over to Irina. She kind of looks at him, and they both just kind of have this unsureness look to them. Uh, there seems to be a conversation going on between the two with no words spoken. And then finally, you see Irina kind of nod, and she walks over and starts knocking on the gate. Who goes there? It is I, Irina, from Bavaria. I'm here with my brother Ismark. We have two children amongst us, and a few friends. And can you let us in? On what grounds? Friendliness? You have to do better than that. She kind of looks over at Ismark, and Ismark looks at her, and they both turn and look back at the group. Well, what do you guys want to do?
Huh. Well, I guess there's always the option of, well, we probably move away from like people that can hear us first.
Okay, so you draw them off the beaten path. You guys are kind of like in a huddle.
I just want to get far away from enough from any prying ears to say, well, do we want to just sneak in, or how do we want to do this? We could just kill them all, I guess.
I mean, it's pretty easy to go around the gate if there's no fence. But there's a wooden palisade, right? How high is it?
Looking over, you're seeing a 15-foot high wall.
Yeah, I could get over that pretty quickly. But our metal-wearing buddy right here, and I tap on Rob's character. He's not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, probably not. Not to mention we have the children. I don't know how stealthy children naturally are.
Yeah, not
You
sure.
just climb over and open the gate when he's not looking.
Well, I could probably open the gate from this side, actually, but that's neither here nor there. The question is are we trying to get in now, or do you want to just sleep out here in your hole, and then we can go in the morning when I guess the gate would be open?
No one's sleeping in my hole. Yeah, we can. I mean, I've technically, we just took a long rest, so technically I could cast it again and we could chill. I mean, it's whatever. Are they just saying like we can't come in till morning, or?
Nothing was really talked about. They just said at that moment they're going to have to do better than that. If somebody has out-of-game knowledge, if somebody has a good persuasion, maybe you can talk your way into it. Or
I'm not very charismatic myself. That's why I haven't offered that.
Yeah, no.
I'm built to get into things, not to talk things.
I'm built to talk, just not well.
So who's
what
looking
about
at
Amazing? Amazing, are you good at handling conversations?
No, but I'm looking about being good at causing chaos, which is kind of my MO.
Okay, let's do that.
That's more fun, but I think that would defeat the purpose of us being here. So I'm going to yell at the guard and say, does the gates open in the morning?
this time you hear a different voice coming through the gate. Who's asking? Who are you?
My name is Tybor.
And where does this Tybor hail from?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. You're a bit of a way out of your hometown, eh?
Yeah,
I see.
we were invited here by these two's parents to help them out.
Do you have their names?
The two that just talked to you.
Oh, I see. I don't know who they are. And you see some eyes peering through the gate. Roll me perception. You happen to catch a glimpse of movement above you. As you look up, you noticed at least two figures are along the red edge of the gate, looking down.
Wave at them.
Okay. See wave. They nod.
So if you have an inn, we have coin.
I need some weed. You got some weed?
Guys, I'm really hungry. I don't know if you understand how thirsty shrooms can make you.
Whoever has a high charisma, the highest of the group, roll me a persuasion.
Anyone got higher than +2?
I do.
Okay.
Does anybody have aid or anything?
Got a 15 in
Unfortunately,
persuasion.
I won't do it.
I hold up a gold coin or two.
Okay, add a +2.
So 17? Or do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, roll again.
All right. 15 again.
Go open the gate.
You notice that the guy says, "You're gonna have to do better than that."
I tell Tybor, go open the gate. And Tybor can look down and realize that he can't see his legs.
All right. So I'll make an acrobatic run and tumble pass to get over the wall.
Nice.
Looking at the wall, you notice that the wall has vertical logs that kind of held together with thick rope and mortar. However, the top of them, they have been sharpened to a point.
Yeah, I noticed that as I go by with a 29 on an acrobatics.
Okay, yeah, you definitely scale the wall. As you get on the other side, just within eyesight, you're looking at about 25 guards.
Oh. Well, they can't see me, so I guess that's good, right?
Yeah.
Since he cast invisibility on me. I'll go ahead and do stealth too, just in case. And then I'll find a dark little corner, and I will mentally whisper using my sonic whispers. I guess the three players other than me that are here tonight. So Noi, Rocky, and Amazing. And I'll say, there's like 15, 20 guys standing right here.
Can we talk back to you?
Yes.
I would say create a distraction or look for a side gate.
Hang on just a second.
If you can't find a side gate,
so
set something on fire.
For the next 8 hours, we can talk.
Okay, awesome. I'd say see if you can find a side gate, and if not, set something on fire.
I'm not doing that. People
I'm not
are
saying like
even,
set the inn on fire. I'm just saying like set an innocuous patch of hay on fire to cause some distraction, so maybe the guards can run away and see what the heck's going on, and then you can just like we can slip in and like nobody knows anything different.
Dave, if you can, put a small circle on the map in Valakai where you think you're hiding.
I'm just gonna right about there, in between those two buildings.
So about right here. Okay.
Yeah, in between the two buildings.
Okay.
The first brown one and the gray one. So I'm gonna go all the way down here, assuming there's a gate down here.
That is correct.
So is there as many people down here at this end, or is all the people come over here because there's talking going on?
You do notice there is less people. There's about 15 guards standing down at this gate.
All right, then go this way and see.
Okay. Yeah, there's also a gate right there. Same thing.
Is there? Wow.
Yeah, there's about 15
yeah,
guards.
Dude, there's like 30, 45 guards standing around.
So you need to get some rope and maybe we can climb up on one of the side walls.
You notice here though, the guards, there's probably maybe 7, 8 guards that are dressed, as guards, and the rest of the people are actually wearing street clothes with pitchforks and makeshift weapons, as if they're volunteer townsfolk. But it's definitely heavily guarded. All the gates are, for sure. And not only that, you see around the edge you see people standing, like on a scaffolding.
So amazing, it's not going to work. They're going to know we're outsiders as soon as they see us, because these people know each other. So if we don't get approval or permission to be in there, it's just going to cause us more grief trying to sneak in. It's not that big of a town. It's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only got like 15 structures. So this is the whole damn town.
So why are we here again?
This is where those two wanted to go.
Because we go where Hot Sword Lady tells us to go.
Hot Sword Lady.
What Noise said.
All right. So should we just like go see if you think there'll be that many like late at night?
You thinking just go in when everybody's asleep?
Yeah. Like we could go scout out the lake anyway. We're supposed to be looking for that girl.
Is there even an inn when I walk through town?
Yeah, you definitely spot an inn.
Okay.
You see people coming in and out of the inn. Let's see. What shall we? Yeah, you definitely see a sign. What you see is a sign that hanging. It says Blue Water Inn.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to scramble back over the fence.
Okay.
And then come back over there. And I'm just going to say, guys, will you just let us in for like a gold piece a person?
So you hold up how many gold pieces?
Just one for each of us. I don't even know how many that would make.
Well, that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So 10, one gold piece each, which would be 10 gold.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion and add a plus 10.
$34.
Yeah, you definitely that back before you can even put your arm down, Those gates are opening up. Ah, come on in. How are you? It's cold out there, ain't
All
it?
right.
What are you doing?
Hand him 10 gold. So can you guys, even though I know exactly where it is, can you guys tell us where the inn is?
All right, so you guys are now inside the city. So let's move this over to a different map. I gotta find it. There it is. All right. Tell me what you see.
Black.
All right. I was afraid of that. So let's turn dynamic lighting off.
There we
better?
go.
All right.
A lot bigger. It's a lot bigger city then. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably roughly around 7, 8 o'clock at night. So not, people are still kind of moving about. So do you ask anybody for directions, or you just
Yeah.
go where you saw? Okay, you definitely saw the inn over here.
Okay.
Like, we'll say it's this orange building.
Because if we've never been here before and we just automatically know where the inn is, somebody might get suspicious. So that's why I was like, ask directions.
Yeah.
Right. Start heading that way. And then I'm going to look at the brother sister and I'm going to be like, okay, we're in. Where are we going? What are we doing? Why are we here?
They tell you, let's go check in. Find a place, get some meal. They're hungry. Their first thing they want to do is take care of the children. There is an orphanage somewhere here that they're aware of. They need to do some talking and persuading and negotiating. In fact, they grab the children and they tell you that they'll meet up with you later at the end, and then they part ways.
Wait, weren't they supposed to pay us?
Aggie, I can barely hear you.
Yeah, they giving you money.
Make sure I don't have your voice down. That's a little bit better.
Low. She's low. It's on her end. She's low.
How about now?
Yep.
A little better.
Yeah, I've got you at 132%, and I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I'm worried my mic's going. It might just be me.
Okay.
I actually hear you pretty good, but I got headsets on, so I don't know if that makes a difference.
Well, how about now?
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you. So Ismark and Irina, they pay off the rest of the money that they owe you, and they tell you they'll meet you at the end. They're gonna go take care of the children, and so they divvy up whatever they owe you, which I don't remember. Did anybody write that down?
Let me check my notes.
If not, don't worry about it. I can go back and watch one of the videos and find out.
I don't have it right now.
Okay.
I think it was like, oh, I don't remember.
100 gold pieces. That sound familiar?
Yeah, it wasn't going to be a lot per person, but we didn't have a whole lot to go on anyway, so we were okay.
Yeah, they give you 50 up front, and then they pay you the 50. Okay. So what do you guys do?
Head for the inn.
Okay. When you guys get about right here, you notice there is a wagon. There is a horse-drawn wagon. The horse is tied up to a pole. The wagon has something in the back is covered. It's covered with a tarp. Um, Somebody give me a perception. Okay, perfect. You happen to catch a shadow it's flickering from a candlelit lamppost, if you will. Uh, a shadow is kind of like flickering and dancing, and you notice it's underneath the uh, the cart, and it kind of comes out a little bit on the street, and it's movement. You can tell it's a body. And then you notice it might be more than one person.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay.
I'm not interested in what people are doing under a tarp in a wagon.
Okay. And as
Could be anything.
you guys get about 10 feet away from the cart, you start hearing rickety wood, like somebody, like wood squeaking and maybe some metal suspension. And when you look back, you see two shadowy figures. It looks like they're shaking this cart. And all of a sudden, the canvas on one side comes up, and you hear this loud roar. And out of nowhere, this tiger comes flying out from the back of this cart, and he darts off into the shadows.
Do these people go after him, or are they like letting him loose?
They run the opposite direction. Roll me investigation. Whoever's watching. Anybody with a 10 or higher.
Yeah.
Notice these two shadowy figures. They appear to be young men. They're stumbling. They're having a hard time. They're tripping over their own 2 feet. They seem to be wobbling a little bit when they stand up, and they take off running again. They trip over something else. They stand back up again. They're wobbly, and they finally disappear.
I'm gonna try to.
They don't disappear because as soon as I see them acting silly, I cast hypnotic pattern to hold them in place.
Okay.
Which they will need to make. Hold on. Sorry. They will need to make a. Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Okay. They fail.
They are standing, drooling on themselves.
Okay. They are frozen in time.
And I speak hypnotically to Tybor, and I say, "You guys want to go after that tiger? I'll make sure these two knuckleheads stay right here."
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's see.
While they're hypnotized, Rodney, I'm going to go through their pockets.
All right. As you get closer, you smell they smell very strongly of alcohol.
Okay.
You find nothing but pocket lint, bottle caps, if you will, corks.
Okay. I'm going to check out the wagon while they're standing there stupefied.
Okay. And describe how you're looking at the wagon.
I'm just gonna kind of like float up a little bit and look in and like pull the tarp back and just kind of see what I see.
Okay. When you
Kind of
pull,
float around it one pass and see if there's anything weird going on.
when you approach the wagon, you noticed underneath the tarp when you pull it back, there's a cage. The latch is not broken, but it's open, and there appears to be a lock that looks like it was re-added after the gate was open. So you can't close the gate unless you remove the lock and then put the lock back in. There is a key dangling underneath the lock. It's still in it. But the cage is empty. You see straw. You definitely see some food, if you will, like a food dish and some water. So it's whatever was in there was eating pretty good.
Hmm. I'll psychically say to Tybor, what are these idiots doing with a caged tiger drunk?
You don't even know that it was these idiots that owned the tiger. These
It
idiots
looks like
may have
they
been
locked
trying
the
to
cage,
see.
but the cage door was open.
Well, they didn't touch the cage, I don't think, but I don't know.
No,
Maybe they did.
like it's locked. Like the lock is locked, but they never closed the door. I don't know if
Yeah,
they're just too drunk and they. I don't know. I don't know what just happened.
yeah, I don't either.
Was it was it
Don't
one of these
drink.
drunk guys that put the tiger out?
I think they thought It looks like to me they thought the cage was locked, but they're too drunk to figure it out. That they put the lock on the door, but not through the cage, so the door was just open the whole time.
Are there other people around the area that we need to alert that, hey, there's a tiger on the loose?
Do we know it was a tiger?
Oh yeah, you guys definitely saw it.
Was it a young tiger?
No, it was a full-grown tiger.
Do I need to roll for animal handling for us to kind of track it down to catch up with it?
Survival. If you're tracking.
Cool. Survival. I don't know why, but Beyond isn't loading for me, so do you mind if I just tell you what I roll in the app?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
You can use the dice inside Roll20 if you want. However you want to do it.
Roll the 17 plus 7. That's a 24 for survival.
Yep. You pick up some tracks. They appear to go through this way, and then they disappear back in here somewhere.
All right. I'm just gonna try and track down this tiger and see.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right.
So who's all with you?
Tybor's with me. I don't know if Rocky came or if Rocky stayed back with Pog.
I'll go with you.
Okay. So we'll say Miss Gill stayed with Amazing.
Yeah, Miss Gill can stay with Amazing.
Okay. So the three of you end up back in this area behind this tree, and you lose sight of the track.
Look up in the tree.
Okay. Investigation.
Okay. Not one that is my strong suit.
You don't see nothing.
Cats will hide in trees, so why don't you guys make sure you're looking in the trees too?
All right. I'll roll for investigation.
Okay.
One sec. Choo-choo. Dang, it's a load. Alright, I got a 4.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Nope. Alright, Rocky, you want to roll an investigation to see if you can get higher than a 14?
Sure. Um, okay. Nope. 7.
Yeah,
Cool.
unfortunately, looking around, you spend about a minute. You don't see anything.
Wait a minute. I have an idea. I'm going to cast Speak with Plants on myself.
Okay.
So, here, attach that port. Let's clarify. I imbue all plants within 30 feet of me with limited sentience, animation, and giving them the ability to communicate with me and follow simple commands. I can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about the creatures that have passed, blah, 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 blah. All right. I'm going to go up and talk to the tree and say, "Hi, my name is Noi."
Okay. You hear an odd gurgling sound that a plant would probably make speaking, like he's underwater.
Fascinating. All right. Let's see. Have you seen a tiger or a particularly large house cat? If you don't know what a tiger is.
You hear the plant talk back, tree. You hear, in fact, two trees, two voices. And one says no, and the other one says there was a beast that ran through here just a few minutes ago.
Can you point us in the direction of the beast?
You hear a chuckle, and then all of a
Did I say
sudden
something funny?
you see a branch kind of move over. You're crackling, and then a branch actually breaks off, and you see it dangling like it tried to point, but it was trying to point over in the northwestern area.
Okay. I am going to shout back to Tybor and Rocky because I don't think they can understand tree. Hey, the tree said that the tiger went that way, but it's calling it a beast.
It probably doesn't know what a cat is or what a tiger is. I would imagine it's very limited in intelligence.
That's
So
fair.
so it's probably indicating as best as it can what it saw.
Hmm.
So I guess let's go and maybe keep asking the bushes and trees as we pass or grass whether a beast ran across it and keep looking. So let's head northwest.
Awesome. All right. Continue tracking, heading northwest. Do we find any other tracks or any other clues?
You do see some footprints around here, and then as soon as it hits the road, you don't see them. So if you want to roll me a survival,
Okay.
you spend a few minutes, Rocky,
21.
and you don't see anything at all. In fact, you're trying to figure out what track she saw. And then Aggie, you definitely see some tracks. You definitely identify it as a pretty large cat. However, when it hits the cobblestone road, you're not sure. You see a couple muddy prints that may look like it seems to be fresh, but then after each step, it seems to fade away, and then you lose sight of the tracks again.
Huh.
It seemed like the tracks are kind of going up the road.
So let's ask that tree right there.
I don't know if the spell only applies to a 30 radius around me or the 30 radius around where I cast. One sec.
Meanwhile, what is Pog and Miss Guile doing?
We're just standing, kind of surrounding these two knuckleheads while they stand there, and we're just waiting.
Okay, how long was
Waiting
your
for them to get back. And I'm assuming psychically I'm probably eavesdropping in a little bit on what they're doing and seeing, and telling if Miss Guile isn't doing the same thing, I'm just giving him updates on what they're doing.
Okay. So you guys are probably still communicating, right? Is there a distance telepathically?
1 mile. 1 mile.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
It is 30 feet with me, so we can ask that tree.
Good.
But is it all right? I'm gonna go up to the plant and says, "Hello. Have you seen a striped cat feline beast walk by?"
You get this gurgle voice again, if you will, and you hear them say something about they're not sure what you mean.
Have you seen a beast on all fours with stripes walk past here? We're looking for it.
The tree responds all day long, back and forth.
All day long. Which way did it go most recently?
Um, there's a pause. It's been a while, and then its branch kind of points southwest down the road.
Okay, I shout back to the group. Okay, now the trees are telling us to go south.
But it was the last you saw it was going northwest. Do you think maybe it didn't see anything recently?
Possibly. It said it's been a while. It said that the creature's been walking around here all day, but we just saw it escape.
It may not know the difference between 2 legs and 4 legs then.
Roll me another survival.
All right. I got a 15.
Looking around the ground, you pick up moving in the southwest direction. Two, sometimes three trails. It looks like it might have been made by a cart, and then you see horse feet, hoof tracks.
It's talking about a horse and cart.
I'll buzz in on the cell phone there, and I'll say, tell Noy to either wild shape into a dog and sniff it out, or wild shape into a bird and see if she can get a bird's eye view of where the tiger might be.
Mushroom druid. I don't know if I can if my wild shape does that because I have symbiotic.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you have a change in wild shape. Okay.
Yeah, I basically just like puff out spores.
Oh, okay.
I'm a useful druid.
Let's just keep going northwest, since that's the direction we saw, and then maybe look at the grass over here by this tree, see if we can pick up any tracks.
Okay, sounds good.
And why are we chasing this tiger in the first place?
I don't know.
It's a tiger. Rocky, when have you ever seen a tiger?
Last tiger I seen ate somebody.
Okay, well maybe
And
this time.
if I'm still on the cell phone, I'll say exactly. I'm gonna roll a nature real quick. With a 25, I would say either this type of tiger lives here or this type of tiger isn't found here.
And that's the reason why we should be looking for it.
Which it will probably eat a innocent bystander. So, Rodney, which one is it? This tiger is native to this area, or there are no tigers native to this area with a 25 nature?
It's been brought in. There's nothing
It's
here.
been brought in. So I'd say there's no tigers in this forest. Not for hundreds of thousands of miles. This thing was brought in as like a circus creature or something, or some kind of exotic pet. So it's not like it's trained or anything. Like this is just gonna like eat a kid or something.
And when we find it, are we supposed to try and capture it or kill it?
Uh,
Oh, no killing.
whichever one it gives you the option to do.
No, I'm gonna make it our new friend.
That's fine,
Okay.
but just I would say we're trying to make sure that this thing doesn't go murdering about the citizenry.
Unless
I'm gonna say you guys spend about half an hour trying to find this thing, and you keep running into empty-handedness.
oh dang, a tiger doesn't just disappear into thin air. Do we ask like townspeople? What are they saying? Has anybody seen it?
You you're not really running into anybody.
Wait, nobody?
No, I mean there's people about, but back in this area, you're not really running into anybody. In fact, you're starting to see uh, people going home.
Is it getting dark?
Yeah, it's when you guys first came in, it was about 8 o'clock or so.
My spell's not going to last forever. We can question these knuckleheads. We'll have to tell the town guard there's a tiger on the loose. In fact, I might send Miss Gill to go ahead and like find some guards and be like, "Hey, we got a problem."
Yeah, if my trail runs cold, I'm just gonna look to Cyborg and Rock and says, I can't do much else from here.
Okay. I'm really hungry. I think it's time to go find some food.
Yeah, I just want to know if the inn's open all night or if it closes.
All right, so you guys.
Hopefully that boy, a young boy and young girl get to where they're going before the tiger catches up with them.
Orphans always seem to find a way. I mean, I did. I turned out great.
No, before the tiger finds them and eats them for dinner.
Oh, well, yeah, that totally might happen. Orphans are like the perfect shape for like eating.
You're right. So, John, at this point, or Hog, at this point, I'm going to the inn. And I tell you, let the guards know, turn those two knuckleheads over to the guard and then join us at the inn. We'll get a room for you and get dinner ordered.
Cool. I'll be there in 2 seconds. So as soon as Miss Guile gets back with the guards, I'm going to drop the hypnotic pattern, and with a 17, I'm going to ask these two knuckleheads what the heck they think they're doing.
They're pretty drunk. In fact, they kind of look around like, what the hell happened? They're kind of, I'm not sure what exactly took place. Like they're looking at you like who are you? they're both just kind of hiccuping and.
They're not going to say anything. I guess the guards can just take them. I'll just tell the guards, like, take them in, let them sober up, ask them what the heck they're doing in the morning, and if anything weird happens, I'm at this end. Come and find me and tell me what's going on.
Okay, so that's. Are you finding the guards, or is that what Miss Gill's doing?
I'm going to send. I would have sent Miss Guile after a minute to go find them.
Okay.
If I knew that them chasing that tiger is going to take a minute.
Okay.
So I would have sent Miss Guile to like grab a couple of guards and come back, probably while they were during the 30 minutes they were hunting for this thing.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the guards. Miss Guile comes back with a couple of guards, and they're like, "Great."
Ask the guards who owns this wagon, and is tigers typically something that is allowed inside the city?
I'll ask that.
Looking at the drunk boys and then looking over at you, and they're like, "What tiger? What are you talking about?"
I'll tell them, I'm like, a tiger just jumped out of this cage, and my friends are running around the town trying to find it before it kills your citizenry. These two idiots tried to lock the cage and didn't because they're too drunk. And here's the cage and the cart, and they had him covered up with a tarp.
The guard looks over at Miss Gill and says, "Now I can understand these two shenanigan hooligans. They are the town troublemakers. However, I'm having a hard time believing anything about a tiger. And by the way, what is your friend smoking?" So in other words, he
Don't
doesn't
worry
believe
about
you.
it. It's something amazing, but don't worry about me. That's not the question here. So take them, let them sober up, question them in the morning since they are town troublemakers, and if there's anything weird, come tell me. But don't be surprised if you find some dead citizens in the morning that look like they've been eaten by a large cat. Fair warning.
Sure.
Will.
Since I'm hearing all this in my head, I'm going to show them a paw print.
You're showing who a paw print?
I'll like, yeah, that's a good idea. They're probably weirded out that I'm talking to no one in my head at this point. Like, hey, guys, come here, check this out. And I'll see if I can find a paw print.
You're not seeing any paw prints around there. Are you guys back?
No, I told him.
To the end.
I told him I was listening since we're still hearing it. I'm hearing the one-sided conversation.
Yes.
And I hear him trying to explain this multiple times. So I said, I just told him mentally, show him a paw print.
Okay.
Because the cat had to left a print when it jumped and started running.
Okay. So looking around, roll me a investigation to find the print. DC's 10. Yeah. You find it's not a perfectly paw print, but it's definitely a print. So you point down at the print. The guard looks down at it, and he's like, "Okay."
I just look at the guard and I say, fair warning. My friends couldn't find it. Probably want to keep some people on guard tonight with their ears up. This thing hunts in the shadows, and he could be hungry.
We lost it to the northwest.
My friends lost it to the northwest.
Sure. We'll take care of it. I'm sorry. What was your name?
I'm Pog. Pog the Amazing.
All right, Pog. So you going to be at the Blue Water Inn?
I shall.
Okay. If we find anything out, we'll definitely let you know. We're going to go talk to the burgomaster here, the Baron Vargas Vakovich. We'll let him know, and thank you for your patriotism.
No problem. And I will take the point of my pipe and I will poke those two in the head, in the forehead, and I will say, "Stupid, stupid," and I will float away.
As you're floating away, you notice the guards each grab a hold of one of the boys, and they you hear him, Carl, Nikolai, Watchers, you are in some big trouble. And you hear the voice fade away as they walk away.
Tybor will just hear me in my head say, "Idiots."
Agreed.
All right. So I'm assuming you guys meet up at the inn. As you guys get closer to the inn, you see gray smoke coming from a chimney of a very large two-story wooden building. It has a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which reveals ravens that have perched. You see above the door a wooden sign that says Blue Waterfall.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't say. It shows a picture of a blue waterfall. All right.
All right. Head inside.
All right. So let's find. All right. What do you guys see?
The inn.
See-
The ceiling, maybe?
Well, you scroll down.
Yeah, see the roof and there. Okay.
Yep.
Which one do you want us to look at? There's like three.
Yeah, the bottom one.
Okay.
The ground floor. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, you notice this area here. There is a well. And then obviously you see this building over here.
It's doing that thing to where I can't get in.
What do you
There
mean?
it goes.
Oh, your character? Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't cross the black lines.
Wow, that's weird. How'd you finally get in
Yeah. there? I drug it down along the side, right out here. You can drag it.
Does it let you in through here? Or like where there's a road?
Yeah, I can't. So that black line. So this black line right here goes all the way across off here. So you have to go off into the white and go around, and you can go down to the bottom.
But what about this black line right here? Is that?
I came in right here.
It's just this one, huh?
Yeah, it's just up and down.
Wow.
So we can just use mine as an indication of where everybody's at, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to bring your tokens onto the map, I figured we'll do a little bit of role playing before we get into anything too heavily. We'll wait till Rob gets back. So we may end this a little bit early, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
How do I get my character in there again?
You'll have to go over to the journal and then drag your character over by the name. I don't think if you grab it by the avatar, I don't think it works. I think you have to actually grab it by the name. So where it says Tony.
Well, I'm trying to find the journal right now.
Very top. All your navigation tools will be at the very top right.
Journal's like it's a weird shape. It's next to the paint board with the paintbrush.
Yeah, it looks like a map.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of like a map. It's not the
Yep.
books, which would make sense. It's the one right to the left of that.
Yay, figured it out.
Bookmarks. And usually
And
it's there.
we're talking about roll 20, not in D&D Beyond. Roll 20, above where you
Okay,
see
I'm
the
in
dice roll. It's that area above the dice rolls where the dice rolls show up.
When you guys want to share your screen on Discord, maybe you can see. My screen's gonna look different than his, and your guys'. So.
Hey Tony, what screen are you on right now?
I'm on roll 20.
Okay, so up at the top right where you see like the talk bubbles, and then there's like a paintbrush palette, and then a journal, and then like a library books.
I've got extensions, and
No,
then
like okay, where we roll dice.
Below
Okay.
that, it's below extensions. Extensions is your web browser. So you're off the page at that point, so come down just a little bit.
I got bookmarks.
Yeah, you're in your browser, dude. Dude, yeah, you're in your.
Hold on. So do you see the running numbers for dice rolls
Normally,
all the way
yes,
down the screen?
but no, I do not right now.
Okay. So do you see there's a little square with 3 black lines?
Or 3 white lines in my case.
Side panel.
Yeah.
Yep. Click on that and open that up, and you should see all these dice rolls come down the side.
I got side panel, but I don't have. Maybe if I. Let's see.
Do you want to
Okay,
share
but
your
when you
screen?
open the side panel, do you see at the very top it's got like a talk bubble, a paintbrush, and paint palette?
Nope, I'm still at bookmarks.
Yeah, you're in the wrong spot.
Bookmarks. I don't have anything.
Hey Tony,
There to the side.
go to your Discord and share your screen, so I can see what you're doing. On Discord, at the very bottom, you see share your screen. Very bottom where you see your token and your name, you'll see the microphone where you can mute yourself. Okay. Go ahead and share your screen.
Let's see. Choose what to share.
You want to share your roll 20.
Well,
Okay. I'm gonna watch your stream. Oh, that's porn, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, everybody's watching that.
All right, Tony. Do you see? Wait a minute. Go back to your. Do you see the 3 bars all the way to the top right? It's like a blue. Click on that. No. Those are dots. There you go. Click on that. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Yep. Go to the journal. There you are. Grab your name over. I would probably zoom down to the bottom map. Scroll so you can see the entire map. Scroll all the way down.
Come on.
The map. You only see two parts of the map. Yeah, the problem is you're not going to be able to. If you use your real mouse, you should be able to zoom in. Yeah, you have to go around. You have to go around that black bar. That's what Dave was talking about. There you go. Bam. Okay. All right. Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out of this real quick.
And three little blue bars were hiding.
Yeah.
He was tucked in. Okay.
Everybody's inside. So,
All right. So yeah, I'm assuming you guys are going in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, you see your basic inn. Um, you notice that the windows and the doors, they have like this. Well, the windows are barred for sure, and they're barred shut from within. You see like another section of the door that could be easily swung over, and it's also barred. It's something unusual that you don't normally see at your typical inn, if you will. They seem to be heavily under guard. You notice there's a couple guards kind of standing inside. Um, you definitely see patrons. Roll me a perception, everybody. And I'm looking for a 10 or better.
Nope.
All right, Mr. Amazing, you got to save us.
I got a 16.
One of the first
Oh.
things that you noticed, Pog, is normally walking into an inn, it's pretty happy. People are having fun, laughing. One of the things you notice right off the bat is it's pretty quiet. Looking around, you're reading the room. You're noticing people seem to be unhappy. Uh, Almost you're getting the intuition of maybe false hope.
Hmm.
Very odd. I'll let you guys role play that out.
I'll go up and get a drink at the bar, and I'll just kind of casually mention, like, seems kind of quiet tonight.
You notice the bartender. He comes up. As well with the rather of the patrons, he seems to be very flat. Doesn't have much. Just kind of looks at you, nods, and he asks you, what's it going to be?
Stout.
Sure.
I move up too, and I'll be like, I'll take a bourbon.
Yeah, he stops. He turns and looks at you. You could tell he almost looks like he's aggravated because nothing was said when he was standing there. So it's almost like you distracted him. But he's being professional about it. But you're picking up the body language. He looks over like, anyone else?
Noi raises their hand and says, ooh, I want some juice. Of any fruit that you have or vegetable, and just mix it all together in the biggest cup you got.
He just kind of glares at you, and you notice as he turns, he kind of rolls his eyes. And he comes back with 3 drinks. And where is Rocky at this point?
Rocky's just sitting over here at this table
Okay.
where he can see the bar and the door.
Okay. I don't know why these people are on the GM flare, but let me bring those into light. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there he is. Uh, you notice as you go to sit down, this guy shoves you out of the way and says, "Excuse me." You realize you're about to sit in somebody's lap as a joke.
Yeah, we're not seeing very many patrons.
I'm bringing them out.
Okay.
I don't know why they're hidden, but neither here or there.
So I'm going to talk to the guy that was talking to me and ask him. So what goes on in this town?
Hold on. All right. Do you guys see any tokens in this section? I know you can see that
Which,
one, right?
which section? I
Right
didn't see
here.
anything.
You guys not seeing that?
I see.
In the, yeah, I got one there, one there, one there,
We
a
can
bunch
see him
here.
here. We can see him
Oh,
here,
here's some.
and a horse here.
Okay. All right. That should
Okay.
do it.
All right. Now I got two here.
Okay. Back to Tony's question. So let me go back.
A bunch of suspect-looking women too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so Tony, what was the question? I'm sorry.
I was asking the person of what goes on in there. What kind of town is this?
So you're asking what type of town? Uh, you asking the bartender, or who are you asking?
No, the guy that told me I was almost sitting on somebody.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, the gentleman. As he turns and looks.
Actually, I think you're still sitting on him.
Yeah, he is.
Move your character.
Oh, I guess I was.
All right. So you ask him what type of town. Are you actually sitting at his table? Are you sitting down?
Well, actually, he's sitting at my table because I was there before he was.
I think we might have just lost Rocky.
Okay. No, I hear him.
Or is it me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yep, we hear you. Rocky, the guy kind of looks at you kind of oddly. He kind of looks you up, looks you down. He says, "Yeah, he's outsider, eh? You're not from around here, are you?"
No, we're traveling, and well, your town happened to be on the pathway where we were headed, in the direction we were going, and so we thought we would stop and visit and just kind of get to know the town folk a little bit, see what's happening.
Sure. You have a few moments. Grab a beer, grab a chair. I'll be more than happy to tell you all about it.
All right. Bartender, need a beer, please.
I'm gonna go sit over here.
I'm gonna sit with Tybor and drink my juice.
Now, where was Rocky during the lion, tiger, or not lion, the tiger search?
He was
I was helping Noy chase it.
Okay. And who's all sitting at the table with Rocky?
I'm sitting over here where my token is, but I understand the questions he's asking still.
Okay. Pog and Miss Gill kind of look over at the two patrons sitting at the same table as Rocky. They look kind of familiar. In fact, Pog, roll me a perception.
Whoop. Rolled 40 of them. Hey, I rolled a double 20.
Yeah, I saw that. So you got 2 crits, which are the first 2 actually. So yeah, you notice these 2 gentlemen are the same 2 young gentlemen that you apprehended earlier.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to go plop down and talk to them.
All right, so you can join Rocky. Oh yeah.
No, I want
So-
to talk to you too.
Are they
All
with
right.
Rocky? Which ones are they?
Right here. They're at this table right here. So whoever wants to join the table, the gentleman is going to give you a little lore about Valaki. So this is what you hear him say as you're sipping on your beer. He tells you that the shores of Lake Zarovich is just north of this town. The town is pronounced as Valakai, or Key, actually. He tells you the town used to be a pretty safe haven against evil of the Selvich Woods. However, Strahd himself had changed things. He speaks of a mysterious man who lives at the top of the hill, and then he looks to you and asks you if you know of him, if you know what he's talking about, because you're obviously an outsider.
We do not.
He continues to tell you that the town used to be kind of like the village of Bavaria, farther east of here, he tells you. It was founded not long before the armies had conquered the valley. However, it was owned by the ancestor, the Burgomaster now, Baron Vargas Valakovich. He's actually royal blood, and the Valakovich find and believe themselves to be superior to the Zarovich line. Baron himself basically has deluded himself into, let's say, believing that the hope and happiness is the key to this town's salvation, and making them happy by somehow having like festivals. In fact, he just told you last week, if you haven't noticed, you've seen the spears and with the wolf's heads that are posted out front. Last week was the Wolf Head Festival. However, he says we're having another festival coming up here in a couple of days. It's called the Burning Sun. It should be interesting, and he kind of says it sarcastically, kind of chuckles. But then again, I get it. The Burgomaster's trying to bring happiness back, but because of Strahd, it's been kind of hard. He does stage a festival one after another each week to try to help bolster the spirits. However, it is obviously pointless, meaningless, as we feel. However, it does give us something to do out of the normal routine, and he thinks it's going to promote some sort of hope.
What?
Well, Strahd. So we shall see. Stick around. The next event will be the Festival of Blazing Sun.
Because we know he's a vampire at this point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the hope of Strahd, that you'll get rid of him?
He just kind of looks at you and he whispers, Come closer.
Yeah?
Come closer. He wants your ear.
All right.
We do not speak negatively of Veliki. Watch your tongue here. And then he sits back in his seat, looks at you. I'll say no more. He looks around over to the guards. The guards are not paying much attention. He looks over at Rocky and says, "Is there anything else you'd like to know?"
All right.
What's the name of the children we're looking for? Is what I'm asking. I'm not asking him. I'm asking her actually. Is
I believe it was Gertrude. Wasn't it a girl, Mad Mary's daughter, Gertrude?
Yeah, that's who we're looking for by the lake, which we can go in the morning, I suggest.
so I'm going to ask them if they've ever heard of Gertrude.
Both the brothers look at you. Don't ring a bell. You notice they don't seem to be as drunk as they were earlier. They seem to be regaining some of their composure.
Do y'all know anything about a tiger?
Tiger. They both chuckle. Look at each other. No, can't say that we do.
We thought we seen a tiger run by us.
Is that so? How odd.
Yeah.
There's no tigers here. You sure it wasn't a wolf?
Might have been a wolf. I didn't get a real good look at it.
Okay. We definitely have wolves around here.
I will float over and I will poke them in the head with my pipe. Stupid, stupid. What did you do? What are you doing with that tiger?
They look up at you and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want to get slapped?
You know, you ever thought about going to the haunted mansion? You know, it's just west of here, as he says as he's trying to change the subject. You know, there's a legend that has it that the dragon had died there long ago. I'm sure it'd probably be more interesting than, let's just say, said tiger.
I mean, I find it condescending. You can't think, well, we can be interested in more than one thing.
Well, multitasking is always a good thing.
Why are you taking a tiger down the middle of the street?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It has Mage Hand, and it slaps him in the back of the head from nowhere, but he doesn't really see what I did. Invisible Hand smacks him.
When you hear it's a verbal, isn't it?
Cantrip. Let me look.
I think Mage Hand is verbal, so he would definitely hear you mumble something. And they already know that you're capable of casting spells first-handedly.
Oh, they know it's me. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I just wanted to freak him out because I wanted to be in front of him and I wanted it to come from behind him.
Well, as they look and they don't see nothing, but they would definitely hear you if it's a verbal spell.
That's fine, and I'll float closer and I'll say, I asked you a question, and my hair turns from blue to red.
You seem to disturb their presence. They both get up and look at each other, and they start to walk out the door. I believe we are done here.
If anybody gets hurt from that tiger getting loose, I will find both of you, and I will end you.
Oh, wait, I can cast Hold Person. Let me see if I can do more than one target.
I did verbalize my threat though out loud.
You definitely got the guards' attention. They're looking over. The bartender is looking over the directions. You see two more guards come down from the stairs. They're kind of standing on the staircase looking over in your guys' direction. You notice the other guards are in a defensive posture.
I don't care.
Ooh, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on both of the guys at third level. Boop. So I think they need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Both of them.
All right. What's the DC?
They gotta make a 15.
I got a 15 on dice, so that one passed, and the other one, we'll say Carl does not make it. So one of them.
All right. Well, the one that made it is not paralyzed, but the other one that did make it, or the one that didn't make it, is paralyzed. The one that did make it is not.
The two guards walk up and ask you what the meaning of this is. This is a non-violent place.
There's been no violence.
There hasn't been any violence.
We don't cast spells. That's an act of aggression. We'll have none of this.
So
we'll ask you to leave.
So when civilians die in the night from a tiger attack, these are the two guys that let the tiger out.
Show me a dead civilian. Show me a dead civilian.
No.
Tigers? Are you kidding? Maybe a wolf.
Nope. Tiger.
Sure, buddy. They kind of chuckle.
I'm gonna tell my crew that apparently we're and I'm telling the guards as well. Hey, we're sorry. We're new to town, and we thought we'd seen some strange stuff, and we were worried about everybody's well-being in the town. And we don't try to bring harm. We're just worried about people.
Sure, we get it.
Nobody think that we've seen it. So.
Well, let me help you out here. Those two fellows that you're trying to apprehend, they are troublemakers of this town.
We're not apprehending anybody. We don't care about them.
Well, unfortunately, this one gentleman is paralyzed. He can no longer move, so that's apprehended to me.
Yeah, I would say I'm apprehending.
Okay. We would like.
I didn't notice that.
We would like you to undo your doings, or we're going to ask you to leave.
Fine. No, he releases the hold.
You notice by this point, looking around, these three sit down. They apparently stood up and these two are still standing. These three, actually.
I never got up.
A couple folks kind of stood up. Defensive. In fact, you get the impression that if something was to go down, you guys have been overwhelmed.
Not when everybody's standing still drooling.
Or not able to see me.
Or dead.
You notice the bartender jumps up and says, "Hey, are you guys looking for a room or not?" As he's trying to divert everything.
I'll put money on the bar and I'll say I'm going up. And from right here at the staircase, stop that computer. There you go. Right here at the staircase, while everyone's standing up, acting aggressive, you will hear the sound of a angry tiger roaring.
Okay.
And if everyone looks back to me after they probably get a jump scare from this tiger sound roaring, I'll look at everyone in the room and I'll say, probably just a wolf.
Okay. Duly noted.
Can we end it there? That's cold.
Do we know that these people even know what a tiger is? I mean,
I'm going
Frankly,
to say no because it's not from this area. So they probably have no idea.
yeah. So that's what kind of what I'm thinking for my group is that if these folks, if it's tigers aren't common around here, and there's not been much travel out of this town, that might be why we're getting a little bit of pushback from these folks. They might not know what a tiger is.
Not only that, they are kind of hesitant about outsiders. They welcome you, but they're very cautious. And you got a pretty good idea why. They seem to have a common enemy, if you will.
yeah. Well, they just made another one.
Yeah, and the guards were trying to prevent that from happening because they know.
Not the way they came up on us like that. No, they didn't. They were intentionally trying to provoke us. And they've made an enemy out of me, so.
Okay. Well, we'll end it right here if you want. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, nope, nothing. Just a good spot.
Because I don't want to let Rob miss anything.
Yeah.
And so we'll say we'll pick up. You guys go ahead and pay your one electrum for the room, and not only that, the bartender gave you each a drink free on the house to kind of keep things on the peaceful side. And then we will pick up next weekend. First light. It'll be in the morning time, and you guys can go from there. So far, it sounds like you guys have a couple of quests you can take care of. One is looking for Gertrude, and two, they talked about a haunted mansion.
Yeah, I think we go look for Gertrude first, just in case, because we think she's in trouble, right? Potentially.
Potentially, yes. She ran away from her mom. So, all right, I'm gonna stop the streaming, and we'll pick up with session 12 next Sunday.